Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome into the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. I am Taylor Gattoni alongside Nicole Buckman from Studio 10. How are you today?
Good. It's a Thursday. It's a little gloomy, but that's okay. Yeah. It's rainy. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice little bit of a rain day. Maybe read a book. Be some productive at home. Just clean up. That's okay to do once in a while.
Yeah.
Now, if you were wanting to do an outdoor activity, I apologize because this is not the
today.
day. But no, it's a good Thursday, and on Studio 10, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's so funny. I never made this connection, but Studio 10's an hour-long show.
It is.
And we'd like to give you happy information. We like to be happy on our show. Why haven't we ever called it a happy hour? You know what I'm saying? And I bring this up.
Wait a minute.
I know. I bring this
That's really good.
I know. So it's definitely truly a happy hour. But I bring it up because we're going to be showcasing a yappy hour.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So this is a fun event that happens throughout the year over at Meridian Township, where you can bring your dog. So if you're a new dog owner, a longtime dog owner, and want to have that socialization, it's called Yappy Hour. So you can bring your dogs, and they can socialize, have that happy hour. But then you too can get to know the other owners.
Yeah.
Maybe talk a little bit about some tips. But it's so cute. I love a play on words, and I just thought it was Yappy Hour during a happy hour. So we'll be showcasing how you can do that. Claudia's taking over that package. And then we have a fun festival that's happening this weekend, kind of on that happy hour note. Tacos and Tequila Festival.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So it's the first time it's come to Lansing.
Wow.
They've been able to go to different areas in the state, but it's the first time bringing it here. And there's like hundreds. Or well, maybe, okay, hundreds is a lot. There's more than 100, so more than 100. But
Vendors?
Different kinds of tequila.
Oh.
I did not know that was a thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So they got you covered there. So they'll be showing us a little bit about one of the fancier drinks that you can get there, as well as obviously there's gonna be tacos. So
you probably want to limit yourself to trying it, because that is a lot of tequila.
No. We're not encouraging anything of trying all those different kinds. No. But yeah, so I'll be talking about that event, and we're super excited to highlight that. It's also National Thrift Store Day, so I hope that song is now stuck in your head. Some Macklemore. What? Yeah, that's all we're singing here today. But we'll talk a little bit about the benefits of shopping secondhand. And we actually went to Volunteers of America.
Great place to go.
Absolutely great place to go. And it gives back to the community, which I think is super helpful. So you're not only seeing the wins of, being sustainable by re-wearing clothes, buying secondhand, but it's also the money is going towards the community. And a lot of these clothes are trending. And so we actually went shopping, and we'll do a little outfit change because we'll be wearing what we got from the thrift store.
That's fun. A group of us went thrifting probably a month ago, found a lot of goodies. And you're looking at these great styles that a lot of people wouldn't have, because you're finding almost one of a kind there.
Yeah. This right here, I technically got at a thrift store like a few months ago.
Right.
I know.
Flowers on it.
Exactly. No shame. So I love doing that. So we're excited to bring that to you today.
Yeah, and instead of paying like $20, $40 for a shirt, $2 to $4.
Or even like 10. So it's just
it's
just great. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're also doing a fun, with our Studio 10 tidbits. We love to give you tidbits in the unique ways. And this one is one you're going to want to buckle up for. That's all I'll say.
Oh, all right. We'll leave them with that. Well, if you want to check out Studio 10, or if you're unable to see them, you can always go to their socials. Here they are. That is their website, their Instagram, as well as their email notice. It's just Studio 10 at WI like Studio 10. Keeps it simple for you. Also, if you head over to their YouTube page, they always upload previous segments that they have on their show as well, so you can check that out. Great stuff over there too. So lots of content. Took me a while to scroll through, and go subscribe at WI like Studio 10 on YouTube. But as me and Nicole were just saying, a gloomy start to this Thursday. That's why we have Colton Cichoracki here to share when those possible thunderstorms are moving in this afternoon.
Yeah, so the bulk of the rain is done. We saw that line of showers and storms that moved through began late in the morning and has continued over the last few hours, but that is now moving to the east of us. But we still have a chance later this afternoon to see a few more scattered showers and storms pop up here. So let's show you satellite radar here because it kind of does tell the story. You can see that solid line of rain that's now to our east, but the surface cold front itself is still back to the west. So until that clears the area, we have a chance of seeing some more rain. In fact, there have been some more showers and thunderstorms that have developed in northern lower Michigan. We may see that happen a little bit further to the south as well. So our rain chance is not done. And if we do see any more storms fire up here later today, they could bring us some large hail or maybe some strong gusty winds. And I do think that we'll probably break into a little bit of sunshine as well. You can see quite a bit of clearing happening back to our west and towards the Grand Rapids area. So eventually we will see some sunshine, but the sunshine may allow those storms to develop later on today. So I would say up until around dinner time, 6, 7 o'clock or so, we still need to keep an eye out for some showers and storms. And then thereafter, we should start to dry things out completely. And then after this, I don't have another chance of rain in the forecast. So it's really today, and then that's about it. We still are included in the marginal risk for severe weather today. That's a 1 on a scale out of 5, and this is for any storms that pop up here over the next couple of hours. I think hail is probably the biggest threat. However, we may see some gusty winds and some heavy rainfall from any more storms that develop. So the hour-by-hour forecast has been doing a really nice job showing today's weather. As you go towards 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock, you see some more showers and storms moving on through. Some of those could be on the strong side again, so that's something we'll be keeping an eye on over the next few hours here. But then once the sun goes down, I think our rain chance completely diminishes, and then we will see quiet conditions taking over heading into tonight, and then that's going to set the stage for a really nice weekend, too. We will start to see some warmer temperatures in here as our weather pattern begins to change. But you can see for Friday, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures, though, are going to be a bit cooler. We have highs in the 70s. We may be talking about some wildfire smoke tomorrow as well, just because we have a flow coming in from the northwest. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. But overall, I think our Friday is going to shape up to be a pretty nice day overall. 10-day temperature trend does show the temperatures that heat up heading into the second half of the weekend. 87 by Sunday, then I have 86 for both Monday and Tuesday. There is some uncertainty with how long the heat lasts next week. Right now, left 80s in the forecast through Friday. May see some changes with that as we get closer to that, but at this point, it does look like we're going to get another taste of some actual summertime heat here after seeing a couple of cooler days around the area. And then by next weekend, it does look like we'll cool things down back down into the 70s, but still very seasonable for this time of year. But like I mentioned, look at this. Zeros across the board. No more chances for rain in the extended forecast. So it's really today, and then that's it. So we are going to actually see a pretty dry stretch of weather take on over, which seems like it's been a while since we've seen a dry stretch of weather.
Yeah, we could use that for the remainder of the summer.
Yeah, and and it is the last couple of weeks of summer for many people. A lot of schools start, on the 28th, I think. So
it does.
I think MSU starts on that day too. So
I don't know if they're looking forward to it quite yet.
No, but the last
go on to
couple of
summer
weeks
longer.
of summer here, looking pretty good so far. We just got to get through today.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, raining outside, but as you saw in the little trend right there, no rain the next few days.
And it came down pretty good. I heard a lot of thunder and lightning earlier today. I saw lightning and heard thunder.
Let's get that straightened
Let's
out.
get that straight. But yeah, so it was a nice round of some rain, but it was just a non-severe. It was so peaceful in my opinion. Like it was not severe. It was raining, and I don't know. I really enjoyed
Darren
it.
at News 10 today at 11, he's like, perfect weather for sleeping. I'm like, Darren, I'm gonna fall asleep on the
Honestly,
desk.
yeah,
Maybe
it was really. The only thing that kept startling me was like the flashes of lightning, and I'm like, oh,
No.
okay, yeah, okay. But that's all behind us. Just a few more scattered showers or storms are possible today, but we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
It's far from a guarantee of seeing rain later on, but the chance is there, and some of that could be on the strong side. So we still need to be paying attention to the weather through the rest of the day.
Yeah, and a way to do that is by downloading the First Alert Weather app, and you also probably want to keep an umbrella and a rain jacket handy on you as well as you're out the door. First Alert Weather app, great tool to have on your phone, free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. So what you need to know about this, hour-by-hour updates, you have your radar, you have your satellite, of course you just see Colton there with the video, so our meteorologists are always on top of this, not only updating you both on air and on air, but also online as well. So download the First Alert Weather app. Great tool to have. As you see, there is more than just videos, more than just the forecast. You can see so many different tools right there. However you want to view your weather, that's how you can get it. So again, completely free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Just download WILX Weather. We are going to see what our evening teams are working on, starting with Mid-Michigan Matters on First at 4 today. So if we pull that up here, we are starting with, we are talking about back to school. So one school district has a laundry initiative, and they're helping students get their clean clothes. And why is this important to have clean clothes as a student? Well, hygiene is one thing. You want to be comfortable. And of course, this helps you stay in school, right? If you're comfortable, if you're clean and you're feeling good about yourself, you can stay in school and keep learning. If you have to leave school because you don't have the right wardrobe to keep you comfortable, it's distracting your learning, well, that can take away from the knowledge that you have at school. So being able to provide clean clothes, we will share how this school district is doing that coming up during Mid-Michigan Matters today, and we'll share how students and possibly families in the community can get involved. Then coming up on News 10 at 5, Consumers Energy is changing their accepted forms of payment. So we have what you need to know if you're a customer with Consumers Energy. And then News 10 at 5:30, the NIL money, if I slow down there, it's still fairly new, but that is not stopping one Spartan from using theirs for good. So on today's Human Interest with Fred Human, he talks to an MSU baseball player who's doing some good for the community. And then News 10 at 6, our Tanaya Jordan has details on a backpack giveaway in Jackson. Of course, we are still talking about back to school, getting you all prepared for that. We do want to send it to our reporters out in the field. We have Justin and we also have Aaron.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm out here at a Dean Transportation hiring event. That's right, you could be a school bus driver. There's a need for school bus drivers throughout the districts in our viewing area. I'll have more on that story coming up for you guys in our 90 Minutes of News.
I'm Erin Bowling, and today I'm in Lansing to talk about a potential strike of Michigan's auto workers. Contract negotiations are taking place right now, and a strike authorization vote will take place next week. Today I spoke with the vice president of one of our local unions about their concerns, as well as the Anderson Economic Group about what they believe the economic impacts of the strike could be. I'll have this story on News 10 at 6. Riley, over to you.
All right, thank you, Aaron and Justin, for sharing what you have coming up during our 90 Minutes of News today. As you saw, Justin was outside, and, well, he was a little wet from the rain. So
I'm feeling a little bit bad for him, I have to say.
I know,
I didn't have to get out there today, so.
And I get to stay nice and dry inside the station today. Yes. Well, you are working on a big story, Riley. This is Riley Connell now joining us live here. And what are you working on today?
Well, I've been working on this story for quite a while, sort of an investigation over time. A veteran spouse from DeWitt, her husband passed away suddenly. He was 100% disabled, so under Michigan law, he gets a property tax exemption. And Jamie wasn't aware of some of those steps that needed to be taken to get that exemption for herself as a spouse. And eventually her home was foreclosed on because of back property taxes. So she was working to try to buy the home back, try to sort of repair that process. And it's been quite a journey. So she was kind enough to share her story with me, and I did talk to some state officials too, and kind of how they're, holding things up on their end, and also trying to, do good for this spouse as well. So tune in, News 10 at 6, and you can get the full story. I don't want to give too much away, but.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll have more coming up on News 10 at 6. That's where you can find Riley Connell with that. And thank you, Riley, for sharing. Is there anything else you want to share about what's going on today before we wrap this up?
I don't think so. It's been a pretty quiet day, a rainy day, but everybody is working really hard in here and working to get some great stories together. This has been a long time coming for my story. It's been almost a month and a half of working on this. Yes.
So this is really, really an investigative piece. You've been working really hard on this.
Digging behind the scenes. So there's going to be, a lengthier article that comes along with it too. So I encourage people to read that as well. There's a lot of details that we can't fit in a few minutes of a story that end up going into the article version. So definitely check that out too, to make sure that you're getting all of the details of the situation.
Yeah.
So I am still working on that right now, and getting my editing going, so it should be great. I'm excited to see how it all turns out.
Well, that's one of the great things about the News 10 Plus desk is once it does air, you get people more of that information. We can always bring you back on to keep talking about it because, like you said, as a reporter, the tricky thing is you talk to so many people, you have all these sound bites from them, you're really trying to grasp the story, and within the story you're putting together in a minute and a half or even a few minutes, you're really trying to, okay, what's the most important piece that's going to help people here? So you and the rest of our reporters always do a great job with that. Again, we will see more coming up, of course, on News 10 at 6. You can always check out on our website later today on WILX.com for Riley's story can read more details as well. Riley, thank you for joining us.
And my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and we will see you later today. I believe Crystal and Tim Stout will be back at 3 o'clock. If not, you can join us for Studio 10 starting at 3 in just under an hour, and then you can join us for First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. Until then, have a great rest of your Thursday.